Well, we all have those times that it's like the scariest day of our lives. Well, some of us have lots of those scariest days of my lives, as I do. I'd like to share with you the story about the fairy godmother cottage. I was going to Weber State as a student and was approached about renting the cutest little cottage out in West Ogden. I called it the fairy godmother cottage. It was a cottage, a little house that sat in front of the landlord's house. It had been built as like a mother-in-law home. And the person that had lived there originally was in a wheelchair. So everything was just so cute. Counters were low. In the kitchen, there were the cutest little glass cupboards with scalloped wood. It was just sweet. I loved it. The minute I saw it, fell in love with it. It was wonderful. Loved everything about it, but where it was located. It was in a bad part of town. It looked so cute. My landlords were so wonderful that I was going to live there. Enjoyed it, loved it, went to school, went to work, came home, up until this night. One night, it was very late. In fact, it was probably after midnight. It was dark outside. Not a star in the sky. The moon wasn't even shining. There was just a heavy, misty, deep feeling. Didn't feel right. Felt scary. As I was coming to the part where I had to pull into my little alleyway where I parked, because my house was built on the back of the lot, they had a little dirt road in between a big empty field, filled with old cars and trucks that had broken down and garbage and lots of weeds and bushes. And this dirt, bumpy road. As I pulled in, I very cautiously looked, trying to see if there was anyone partying over by the deserted vehicles, or if I could hear any laughing, or, just anybody that might be around, because it just didn't feel right. I came through the alley and decided, just park your car right outside the gate. And as I pulled in and I turned my car off, I sat for a minute and listened to see if I could hear anything. Not a sound. So, be prepared. I got my house key out, got it all ready, got it right there. And then I opened my door, listen, not a sound. I locked the door and shut it. And just as I start walking, I hear a man just like that laugh, and I'm like, oh, adrenaline kicking in. Oh. Okay, Cal, walk faster. I walk around my car, and as I speed up, I hear more men laughing, and I'm like, oh, they're coming for me. I hit the gate, I open it up, I run through and slam it shut. I've got the keys in my hand. Adrenaline's pumping through my body so bad, I'm shaking so bad. I hit that door, and my hand's just all over the place. I'm like trying to get the key in the keyhole. And I hear a body slam against my car. I hear that gate flip open. I shove that key in. They're after me. I open the door. I hurry and run in. I shut it and deadbolt it as quick as I can. Just as I deadbolt it, I feel a body, boom, hit the door. Instantaneously, every muscle in my body collapses. I just fall to the ground in a heap. I'm laying against the door, and they're kicking it, and my body's moving. I'm just praying, please don't break the door. Please don't break the door. Am I going to live through this? Am I going to live through this? And they start yelling and cussing, and one of them grabs the doorknob and shakes it and hits it. I'm just scared out of my gourd. I don't say a word. I can't say a word. I'm breathing so hard it sounds like the horse that just won the Kentucky Derby. I'm huffing and puffing so bad, and my heart's beating so loud I can't hear anything but me breathing and my heart pounding in my head. I'll just lay there. I'll lay there. And finally it gets quiet. I don't hear a sound. I can't move anywhere because there's a great big glass window that looks right into the kitchen, right off the side of that door. I'm just laying there praying that they're not smart enough to break that window. Finally, they stumble off and it's quiet. I sit there some more. I must have sat there totally scared out of my gourd for over an hour. Finally, when it was all quiet, I thought I'll elbow crawl and just slither past the kitchen window. So if they're peeking in, they can't see me. I'll just stay really low. I elbow crawl all the way through the hall, through the kitchen, into the front room where the phone is. You know, no cell phone, landline. Grab that phone and just hold it as I'm sitting on the floor, not making a sound, ready to call the police. I sit there all night. When sunlight comes, I've made a very powerful decision. I'm going to be moving. And I move immediately. Learned a very powerful lesson too. No matter how cute the cottage is, you got to pay attention to the location. Location, location, location.